Hello everyone, it's Cheryl Algie here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from GAREDN, Victoria, Australia. Thank you for joining me tonight. I was going through my cards that people had sent me, and this one's years old. It's from my sister-in-law years ago, and excuse me, I've just not long had dinner. We had a stamp set that had a hydrangea similar to what the one is in Thankful Garden. I'm just going to get my sticky bits of washi out the road. So this is the one I'm talking about. I'm not using the dies tonight. I'm copying off Gail's. It's Gail Sayers' design. Oh, she may have copied it off the internet. I'm not sure. I had to play around with it a bit because her card is created on a 8.5 by, I'm not quite sure what the length was, but anyway, I had to, the first one I did, it wouldn't all fit, so I had to get a little bit creative. So first we're going to, everything sticking to everything. We're going to use some Memento black. I'm going to stamp our flower. We don't want all the flower, we only want a part of it. Hopefully this will, I don't know why I've got big chunks of black there. Let me just stamp that and make sure that that's not gonna it's not gonna be on my piece. Just gonna do that. It's not too bad. I don't know why it does that. I might just wipe that off a bit. Might just actually clean that so I don't see anybody there yet. Some on the edge there. I don't want black on my edges. I've got to keep them clean. But sometimes if you make a mess, put colour where you don't want it, it can be helpful, which it was with this card. It's why I decided to do the sponging around it. So let me just do it a bit gentler this time. Hopefully you can see that. This is Memento that I have put into one of our basic white, the pads that we get with our basic white or white craft ink. I don't like the Memento in the form that we get it in because I get ink everywhere, and I still get ink everywhere, but it's probably easier to see. Just going to clean my hands of that ink. Speaking of the ink, before I go any further, the pads that we get with our basic white or white craft ink. Just got my iPad going there, and I'm just hoping that I'm correctly in the camera for everyone. I'll just push that up a little bit, and this is a little bit smaller than I did. Well, it's not, it's the same size as I did my card that I'm going to show you. Just trying to think how I did that to get it all, not get it all, but I want the top of the flower and I want some of the leaves, so I'll push that over a little bit. And hopefully that'll be good. So I've got that stamps beautifully. I'm just going to clean that again. If you're there, please say hi so that I know that you're watching. If you're watching later, please share my video. If you're watching later on YouTube, once I download it to there, sometimes it's quick and sometimes it can take all night and still not do it. I'm not sure what the problem is, so I think I'm done with that because I have already done my inside because I didn't want you to, like, I just did the inside and the envelope is just the same as what I'm doing. So we've got 5 masks. I did show you this once before, and I am going to start with the leaves. I'm going to stick this down, stick it where I'm hoping that you can see. If anyone's there, please let me know that I'm in the camera correctly. Maybe I need the camera up a little bit. Let's just let me see what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Okay. So I had trouble finding where the flower was, so when I went to do, I've done a few versions of this, I thought, well, I'm going to trick it. It's not difficult when you stamp it in the right orientation, whereas I've stamped it a bit, what's the word, cattywampus. So I figured, this worked before when I was doing the masking to do, let me grab that, to do it on the envelope and the inside. Envelope was a bit tricky because you can't really stick down the envelope, or I couldn't. Now I've got that, moved that, haven't I? Because it's thick, because of the thickness, and you can't mark where your mask goes because it would be on your envelope. I couldn't put a little, so like the other masks, we're putting a little mark there, and I'm putting it there and doing the leaves first because it's easy to see where they go, whereas I did have a little bit of trouble trying to find where the flower went. Where's my green one? Come on. Green brush, where are you? I know you're there. It's got its face down, that's why I couldn't find it. So we're going to start off the edge of our plastic a little bit. This is just so easy. Whoops, that's moved. Why is it moving? Come on. Play nice. Maybe my washi tape has seen its day. Oh, goodness. Not right either. It's got to be there. Is it the... I'm going to take that off. It's not the bottom that's moving, it's the mask that's moving. I need to, oops. That's better. That's better. Need to secure it a bit better. I need to grab some more of this. Should have been using my other tape, shouldn't I? We'll see how this goes. If this doesn't work, we'll grab the other one. Maybe a bit more sticky on there. Probably pretty much done anyway. Ah, that is annoying. Anyway, let's call that done. It's not the mask's fault, it's probably the design that I'm doing, only using a small piece. That's stuck on the back of it. Let's get rid of that. Now we need our detailed leaf one. and I can see where that goes because I've got my little tick mark there. I'm just going to hold it this time because putting the tape didn't really help. That looks good. That one away too. And next I'm going to, I just wanted to put a little bit of a light blue and a little bit of a purpley colour in. So this is my own concoction. I didn't watch everyone to see what other people did. I just thought I'm just going to do this. So making sure I've got the right brush. Oh, I better get the mask too, hadn't I? Where is that? The one with the blue on it. That's number 1. So I'll have a rough idea of where that goes. I should have. This goes to prove you can't really go by the leaves, but I'm hoping it's sticking. Yeah, there we go. I didn't have to chase it around and around like I did when I did my first one. I was hopeless. I had it the wrong way up, of course, and didn't realise, so not the wrong way up, the wrong orientation, and I didn't realise. So anyway, got there in the end, but I was very frustrated. I didn't want to come on tonight and be frustrated. Now, oh, goodness, you stupid thing, why are you moving? I'm going to grab me big, thick tape, because this isn't very satisfactory now. I shouldn't have lifted that. I should have left it sticky on the floor now. Now I'll walk it everywhere. Got another one of these somewhere. Anyway, let's... Now she sticks her thumb in the ink. And where's the other end of you? Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's a brand new one. I can't even... Oh, here we go. Up this way. I'm going to do my thumb too, because the last thing I want... Oh, this one's the right way up. Hallelujah. The other ones must have been rolled on the thing the wrong way. This one's actually up the right way, so that's good. Get that off my thumb, because I do not want to mark it. Put that on top of my silicone mat, and then it mightn't move as much. Now, hopefully, this will keep this in place. Hopefully. Did not have this much trouble with it moving when I did it myself. Ah, is it my piece that's moving? Something's moving. Just hold it down with my hands. Possibly because I've got such a small piece of paper. And I've started with an 8cm by 8cm square. I should probably have told you that. So in Australia, if you wanted to do this card, you would start with that size, because once I show you the card, you'll understand why. Gail's was a lovely watercoloured card. And that moved again. I know this layer is supposed to be a bit pale, but I prefer it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going in with a fair bit of ink in there. And the thing is, you can always go back and add more ink if you don't think there's enough. Pull that up, and I might even stick that down with some of this tape, because I've done the leaves now. Where can I stick that? Not very many. Oh, I don't want to put it over where I've inked in case it pulls it off. Yeah, that should be good. And then I got some Highland heather. And line that up there. That's pretty good. One either side should be okay. And go in with my Highland heather. I won't be live next week. Well, I shouldn't say that. Hopefully, can I say hopefully I'll be in Brisbane for on stage, but that's, I guess, is up to Cyclone Alfred, what he decides he wants to do. At the moment he's circling around and I don't think he knows what he wants to do. I feel feeling for all those in Queensland just the same, and hoping that there's not, if it does hit Brisbane, there's not too much damage to property or flooding, or, but that's all an unknown. Now this one. We will eventually find where this is meant to go. Down here a bit. I think down here and up, around a bit. That's pretty good. We're going to go in now with our blueberry bushel. And you can lift it up to see if you've got, I think you've got enough of that. I think that's enough of that. Take that off there. Now what I need to do is close that properly. Isn't that pretty? I need to make sure my hands are good. Lots of colour on my hands. Get rid of that. Get rid of that little mark. That's all you need to do to get rid of that. Pull these up. Then I'm going to introduce some soft sea foam, a little brush here, and just do some sponging. Just making sure you can see what I'm doing. into the corners here. And I can go, because it's such a light colour, I can go sort of in between where the leaves and the flowers are a little bit. Just do it a bit heavier on the edges. All adds to the effect. Heavier on the edges and a bit lighter in there, just so it's not all white. And by the way, this is the willow white. You may have heard on the, or your demonstrator may have contacted you about the price increases. When I did send out an email yesterday, but I wasn't sure what we were allowed to tell people and what we weren't. I was mainly concerned at the time with the increase in price of our basic white cardstock, which it is effectively doubling in price, which I can't see rhyme or reason for that. There's a lot of very upset demonstrators because also they are getting rid of thick whisper white in A4 and bringing it in 12 by 12. There's been a bit of an uproar, so hopefully they will listen to us and do something about that. They're saying it's for 3D projects with your 12 by 12, but you know, how many 3D projects do we make as compared to cards or scrapbook pages? And really the thick cardstock isn't really suitable for scrapbooking people because it's too thick. Make your albums really thick. So who knows who dreamed that idea? So this is 8 centimeters. Obviously you can make your card as big or as small as you like. So it's 8. And I'm going to cut this in half at 4. And then I'm going to cut those pieces in half at 4. You're thinking, oh my goodness, you're cutting your beautiful artwork in half. Yes, I am. I'm going to put that there so I know where they came from. All will be revealed shortly. And no, that's not right. Hang on, must be there. No, that's not right. Now I've got a jigsaw puzzle I've got to put back together. That was not very clever. Come on, go in there. Let me see. That goes there. That goes there. Oh, that doesn't go there. It's this way. Bit of a jigsaw puzzle. For sure. There we go. It's like that. Now we need to bring in our, well, this is a Stampin' Up! Retired one. I'm using the corner rounder part for that. And what I want to do is I want to corner round opposite. This one's retired. We don't actually have a current one, but you can buy them anywhere. That's Stampin' Up! Decided to do in their wisdom. They decide to do a lot of things that we don't really agree with, but anyway, not much we can do about it. I'm just going to make sure that's pushed in there because after all this effort, I don't want to muck it up. So what we're going to do is corner round the opposite sides. So which way it went. It's that way. Okay, and this one, yeah, that's right. This one's going to have this corner rounded. Where are we? Hopefully you can see that. Some of you may have this one. Turn it around and do the other one. And just gonna put that back where it should go. And this one, we're doing this corner and this corner. This corner. This corner. Like that. This one, we're doing this corner down here. And the opposite one. And that's going to be like so. Let's get rid of that. And get rid of all our scrap rubbish. And where's my card base? Well, first up, before I get anything else too much out, I'm going to just do our sentiment. And this I'm using the, I think this is on, what is it called, clearance or last chance or whatever they're calling it these days, everyday greetings. I only just bought this one, then it went on clearance because I didn't have a nice, what did I want? A congratulations, or no, I like the greetings in it. Let's just say that. I want the garden green. I've already got that on my block and lined up. Just always have a practice first. Yep. This one, I have to say, takes a little bit of breaking in. Just hoping that's, seems to be okay. Don't know why the ink is pooling in there. It's annoying. On one of my cards, the last card I made, I pressed too hard and the ink, I haven't pressed hard there, that's annoying. And then I didn't have it inked up enough. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. Anyway, we've got another side if it's not. Don't press too hard. There we go. And you wouldn't have seen that, sorry. Forgetting to look again. You've got to remind me. Just clean that because I don't want ink hanging around for me to put my hand into. And I did grab out 2 pieces of my soft sea foam in case I messed up. I thought if I don't, I will mess up, and if I do, I might have a chance of not messing up. So then I've done the same thing. These pieces, hopefully I haven't lost one. I think they're all there. These pieces are blueberry bushel, and they measure a little bit larger than my other pieces. So they measure, before I cut them, they were, gosh, what were they? These were, yeah, they must be, they must have been the right size. I don't remember what size they were. They must have been I hope I haven't cut them the same as this. No, I haven't. So they must have been, oh, they were 9. So, and those were 8, and those were 4. So these were, sorry, these were 4.5. So I must have gone a whole centimetre up. Didn't realise I did that. Okay, so let's just put that everything out the way. Got too much on my desk again. I'll push this one up here so you can see what I'm doing. And we want it in that orientation. Yes, just checking again. Sorry, got to bring it down towards me so I can see. I'm just checking my sizes. Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then this one, the rounded bit goes there. I put it in the right orientation. I'm not going to mess up, am I? I'll push that back up there so you can see what I'm doing. Just line that up there with the border. Hi Maria, thanks for joining. Are you the Maria that's in our swap for Brisbane? Oh, my memory's not real great. I can't remember. I think it's you. That one there. And this one. Goes here. That's going like that. You can see if it was all together, that's how it would be. Now we're going to bring back our green piece. And what I did with my other one was I cut, this is, I'll put it away. It's called foam adhesive sheets, okay? Just figured that was going to be easier than cutting a pile of, as long as that's not too wide, it might be a bit wide. I'll just cut a bit off those, they look a bit wide. Now I've scattered that everywhere. I'm not going to know which way is up, am I? Those two. That one's there. And that one there. Oh, something stuck to my hand. Oh, goodness me. That's like, no, it's not like that. What have I done now? Like that. Yep. That's my jigsaw. This is spinning around on me. Just making sure my pieces are right. Are they? Oh, just checking on my other card that I've got the corners chopped off where they're supposed to be. Then I'm going to know, aren't I? Yeah, that's right. So next I need to position these where I would like them. I think I'm happy with that. Get that out the road. maybe bring, I don't know why they're sliding around mindlessly. Gail had hers fairly close together, there and there. I guess that's so you can see that they're meant to be. Right. Meant to be, and we're not even using a meant to be stamp set, are we? Then I was hoping this would work. Just put some wet glue on there, and then hopefully they wouldn't stick in case I didn't have them in quite the right spot. Because see, these are wanting to move around. This is a little bit tricky. So I want the same distance there and there would be ideal. Take the back off, put a little bit of glue on there. Oh, you're not? Okay. Getting a little bit worried about squares with flair. Yeah, that's about right, Susan. Oh, thank you so much for that little tip about the fracture card last week too. I showed the girls, we were waiting for someone to arrive, and thought, well, I'll show the other girls what you had said. So I don't know what I did with my samples. I didn't quite finish them. I just showed them one front that I'd done just so they get the idea, and they were very impressed. They said, what a great idea. We're always looking for good ideas to use up the scraps. I actually put out a challenge this on Sunday, but I don't think one of my ladies has put it up in our private group. I wanted her to put it in my Chesapeake group, but I don't know that she has just yet. I think she probably doesn't know how to do it. That one will go there. Not sure if I've got too much of a gap, but you get the idea. I had these two strips left over. I think I had some scraps. Yes, I did. Some scraps of that too, so we might be able to put... Should have made that closer together, shouldn't I? I'll just do another little strip. Get us out of the woods. And are you going on stage, Susan? Oh, I had another bit there I could have used. Yeah, so we won't know. And then I get sidetracked. I started to tell you why I won't be here for the next probably 3 weeks at least, because I've probably told you already, I'm having my cataracts done. One done the week I get back and one done the following week, so I'm not sure what my eyesight will be like, so I may not be able to craft. Not too sure, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go ahead and make videos. I don't think you'll miss me that much. Well, that just goes on there now. Be nice if you did miss me. Who knows, I might find the time to pre-record some videos, but I wasn't intending to. Thought about some ribbon, and then we don't really have any ribbons in these colours, so that thought just went in and out of my head. And then for embellishments, what I used on my other one was I'm continuing to use the, where's my little pokey tool? The free ones from Celebration. I'm just going to put, they're not the right, yes they are the right size. On these big ones, I'm just going to put a big one of these, or not a big one, a little one of these on here. And I'll show you Gail's card in a sec. Is there another big one? thought these were perfect. And we didn't really want 4 though, did we? On the other one I only had 3 big flowers showing. So I'm going to have to just put whatever I do, I'm probably going to have too many. It doesn't matter with these because they're free. So we'll put as many as we need to. And there, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got to have another one. And I've just got one more left. I think it's the same. No, it's not. I need to break open my other pack and get a smaller one out of here. Actually, they wouldn't know. No one would know if I put a... No, that's the wrong size too. And I would know. Get in there. Get in there. Whoosh. When things don't obey, it's very frustrating. Come on. Pick up one from here. Where was I going to put you? Here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't do as many in the other ones because I didn't need to. You can go away. And I already did my inside. Just did the stamping and did the masking. You wouldn't necessarily have to do the masking for your inside. You could just do it in black and do some sponging. That's totally up to you. And I did the same on the envelope. So that's the other one that's identical. My first one I tried in our size. As you can see, they were too big. So if you're doing the normal 10.5, it's just too big. You've got to cut these squares down a little bit. And this is Gail's card. She gave me many years ago. She hasn't stamped. Oh, things come out of there. And she has watercoloured it. We didn't have dies for these, so that was really pretty. And it's nice to go back through some of the cards that we've saved. I guess we all save our cards. We don't throw them out. Or sometimes we have to get rid of them. When we moved, I had to get rid of some, but I didn't like doing that. So yeah, just a little bit different to hers, but I'm quite happy with the results. So thank you, Gail, for sending me that years ago. You're off to Fiji on Monday. Goodness, we'll have a lovely holiday, Susan. That'll be great. And hopefully, we'll get to on stage. And hopefully I will. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather tonight. I'm feeling a little bit throaty and a little voice is a little bit croaky, if you may have noticed. So fingers crossed I'm not going to get sick and not be able to go all these things. So maybe I should just stay home. Anyway, it'll be fun. So I will see you in a few weeks, unless I decide to jump on earlier or record a video or something. Okay, I will see you when I see you. Bye-bye. And thanks for watching. Thanks for joining.